Right, we've got a play coming up actually. You're about to listen to Grapes of Wrath by Six Lips Theatre. It's written and conceptualised by Roxanna, Klimaszewska and Anne James, with contributions from Simon Brindle, Matt Durrant, Matt Sims and Hannah Wallace. The actors, in order of appearance, will be Peter Cornish, Anna James, Hannah Wallace, Matt Durrant and Stuart Freestone. So I think, hopefully, when I fade this up, we should now be able to hear Caleb? Or not?
Yes, we can.
No, I can't.
Yes, we can.
Can we? Excellent. Take it away, guys.
So the page 2 ounces of whole wheat flour, 2 ounces of self-raising flour, 1 ounce of margarine, 1 ounce of lard, salt and fresh milled black pepper, cold water temperature, 4 filling or 1 ounce of water, 1 onion finely chopped, 1 ounce of strong cheddar cheese, 3 fluid ounces of milk or cream, 1 large egg beaten, quarter teaspoon of mustard powder and cayenne pepper. Excuse me please, sorry, can I just squeeze past?
Would you kindly close the door behind you?
Pardon, sorry, can you repeat that? Can you speak up? This is a bad line.
Venti, skinny hazelnut latte, please, no cream.
Can I ask who's speaking? Yeah, please hold.
All I want is for you to put your fucking cock in my mouth and claim me. I want for your cock to have been pressing into my back when I pulled you closer to me in the morning, for it to come so close to touching my cunt that we felt the danger out loud. I wish you'd have jumped the gun and jumped my bones, taking liberties, taking advantage, taking it to the next fucking step because we've pussyfooted long enough. I don't care about anyone else. I want you to drop your trousers with the speed you did it the other night and play fight me like you did the other night and laugh like girls do and get over whatever hang-ups you have and take what is rightfully yours because I gave it to you in a letter. I've given you more in words and I want you to take more from my body.
Take it once and take it again.
I don't care how.
Just do it.
I want you to stand still long enough and give enough away when we're alone together for me to fucking straddle you and do it all myself. Not all, but everything I could do to make you come on your own. Make you the king for that night. Treat you like a god. Worship the ground you fuck on. I like the way you move.
I woke up at 5 o'clock. My eyes were stinging, red, swollen and sleep deprived. I turned off the alarm and laid still for a few moments, trying to fight the mild annoyance I was feeling, the irritation of being inconvenienced, being forced to wake up when my body wasn't ready. I slowly hauled myself upright and sat for a moment. I'm still considering the injustice of being imposed upon to get up at this ungodly hour. Before I finally nodded off a mere 3 or 4 hours prior to this internal dispute, I had recognised that such an early start was definitely not something to look forward to, and a cloud of dread loomed momentarily over my excitement for the day to come. I dismissed the very probable prospect, convincing myself that once out of bed and beginning my regular morning routine, the tiredness would relinquish. Still sat upright, my head thumping, I wonder, have I set aside too much time for my usual morning duties? Could I afford another hour of slumber? Definitely not an hour, no, but 15 minutes more at least. There's little benefit of 15 minutes. Better make it half an hour. I lay back down.
I think if I could change one thing about the world, it would be rapists. I'd get rid of them. I think I'd get rid of them all. Maybe I'd make them disappear altogether. Maybe, though, I'd get them all in one inhospitable place and keep them there. Drink spikers, child molesters, first dates gone sour, men who follow women home at night. They could be tied to the floor and starving to death, and be punched in the mouth by a different person every night at bedtime, perhaps.
That could be where you end up if you try anything on.
One of the hardest things to decide is what to do with them all, knowing that I could just pick them out of their septic little lives like so many splinters. If I could do that, I bet I could do much worse things. I could do unspeakable things to them. I could. But what I really want is for them to think to themselves, as I administer my agonising retribution, I don't deserve this. So I would promise them nothing. This is what I would do. I would make it known that if you touch that child again, nothing is what you'll get. You'll realise that if you drop the chemical in the cocktail, everything will end for you immediately and without any fuss. You will disappear and be forgotten and not really missed. Your crime will become a horrible fiction that no one will ever dare to enact, and you will become nothing, nowhere, ever. And in terror you may find yourself thinking, I don't deserve that. My one act against the world would make sexual violation inherently, absolutely, inexorably wrong. Of every crime that mankind has engendered, nothing disgusts me more.
No, really, it's fine. It's fine. I'll sort it.
I've just had this chesty cough for a really long time now.
Oh no, oh shit.
You bloody bastard.
No thanks, not today. Too much pressure. No, I don't want to marry you and have your babies and buy a house and commit my life to you, but if that ends up happening, I wouldn't say no.
Pubes everywhere. Pubes in my hair. Pubes. I don't care. Pubes. Nightmare.
Yes, please. I never have
Look
enough,
at
ever.
the lamp that
Can
is
I have some of
currently in the
yours?
socket.
Although
To
the
see
money I
what shape
don't
and size
have,
it is.
I end up
Make
spending
sure
on stuff
you
I
turn
don't really
the
need
switch
at the expense
off.
of other things like
Let the bulb
electric
cool
bills
down
and
for
council tax,
about
which apparently is
30
necessary.
seconds or
Oh
more.
well.
Remove the
That
burnt
looks
out
like a
lamp
pretty
and
bag. I'll
dispose
have
of it
3,
properly.
please. Would you like a bag
Fit
for
the new
that?
bulb.
It is a bag, yeah.
Do not
I know.
over-tighten or press on the bulb
That'll be
too hard.
£9.99, please. Thank you
Turn
very
on the
much.
light switch and
Do
make
we have
sure the
cat
bulb
litter?
works.
No.
Make sure
no,
you
we're
don't
not
get
locked up.
shocked.
You want a magnet? Any particular type? No? Okay, we have all these. These aren't what you want. That is literally my day. All day, every day, for minimum wage, in the coldest shop with the stupidest boss.
Can you make sure you put the loo seat down when you're finished, please?
My home equals pretty, joy, clean, happy, fun. Home equals stressful, divorce, mess, dog, smell, rubbish, kids, noise, pester, no shower, annoying.
Women play for sex for love. Sorry, women play sex for love. Men play love for sex.
Again,
Women play sex for love.
okay, let's spice
Men
it
play
up.
love
Go
for
to Tom
sex.
Summers, get some
Women
things
play
and
sex
have
for
some
love.
fun. Popping
Men play
candy.
love for sex.
Yes, how
Women play
exciting.
sex for love.
Is it bad that I want to eat
Men
them now
play love
instead
for
of
sex.
during sexy time?
Women play love for
Maybe.
sex. There.
Tonight.
Women play sex for
Nah,
love.
tomorrow though.
Men play love for sex.
Since I moved house for the first time, I've always
Women
felt a
play
bit
sex for
lost. I've
Men
never
play
known
love
how
for
to
sex.
regain a sense of
Women
home.
play sex for love.
I've agonised over what I
Men
can
play
do
love
to
for
feel
sex.
more comfortable and happy.
Women play sex
Be
for
near to
love.
my family, see my friends,
play
fill my
love
room with
for sex.
photos and things that remind me of things I've done, places I've been, things that remind me where I've come from. I took everything with me when I left home for uni, except for my children's books, videos and toys, most of which we passed on to the new babies in the family. I still felt like I didn't have much that meant anything to me, like something was missing. It may sound silly, but the biggest comfort I got came from looking after my pot plants and sitting in the garden on an awkward wooden chair, whether it was sunny or not. Sometimes I have to sleep with my feet outside the duvet so the air can get to them. I think I'm an outdoor person. I've been dreaming of the future, of big things, of little pleasures, of a life with you and what we might have. A house, a dog, a garden. A garden you can get lost in, with trees you can climb, wild plants everywhere, life running through it. Somewhere you can go and fall asleep and not be found for hours. Fresh air, plants in certain places, paths, landmarks like a scratch on a piece of wood that's been standing against the gate for years. My garden was where I went. It was what I needed when I was angry. It was where I had birthdays. It was where we kept and buried pets. It was where my family would find each other after an argument. It was my warmth. You are my garden.
Swallowed whole, 1,000 thoughts a second. Unrelenting demons from past days, weeks, months at the foot of a bed taunting the smallest twitch. I toss and turn bored of the same old snooze fest that is the cliché world of self-pity as I drag my restless mind and body out of bed. Muscles sore from the day's activities. Mostly sitting around listening to the Rolling Stones throwing back a warm Coke and McVitie's finest. Sat here with more ambient drones vibrating out my speakers. I wonder if anyone else is sitting this very moment, fingers at keyboards spewing their boring problems one letter at a time. Probably.
Where is the milk I bought yesterday?
You still owe me for your share of the electricity, dude.
I like your boyfriend, but I don't really need to hear his balls slapping your thighs as you copulate at a more than impolite decibel.
We forgot the bins again.
This just isn't okay. It's not okay. It's just not. I'm not okay.
I wanted to write a poem for you, one I could dedicate in your honour.
Lovely.
I wanted you to feel pride, the tribute of being singled out, revered before your peers.
What does
Shut
that
up,
mean?
man.
But I can't. I'm unable to conjure the sentiments I wish to communicate to you in a public gesture.
Dear.
And I know
Yeah.
deep down you wouldn't want me to either. You would recoil in horror,
I will.
your
I will.
mortification increasing in incurrence with the colour of your cheeks. You would oblige an enthusiastic smile, fixing your panic-struck wide eyes straight at me, barely blinking in trepidation, fearing all look to you for a suitable reaction. So please accept this small mention as a token of my affection, and note that I intended to write a poem for you,
Oh, thanks.
one that I could dedicate in your honour.
Great.
Not
Snot
snot
cheese.
cheese. Though nasty for a brief moment, shat on my day in a complete, fulfilled manner. Basically, for anyone who doesn't work at the cinema and actually cares, we sell nachos, in trays, with a side pot for cheese. I had poured cheese into 3 little trays, one dose of which was intercepted by stray tray nachos in the side pot.
Shock, horror.
It made it seem to the untrained eye as if there was less cheese in the pot because there was an object in the way. Everyone knows the bathwater level goes up when you get in.
Well,
Logic might then follow that, since there was cheese spilling over into the nacho side, there must be perhaps about the same amount of cheese out of its place as there were nachos out of theirs,
Thus restoring equilibrium.
Well, snob cheese didn't think like this. Snob cheese thought like this.
Can we get some more cheese on that one? Because there's less, because there's some nachos in there.
You can, but we have to charge extra for sauce, and I did put the same amount in. It's just spilled into the other side.
We've just spent all that, and you're arguing over extra cheese.
Voiceover of wish fulfillment. Yes, you've spent £40 on food in a cinema instead of making a pit stop at Wilkinson's over the road, where everything is approximately £4 less. I have little sympathy. I also have no choice, as I'm at work, in case you hadn't noticed, and I'm not in charge of cheese expenditure. Work it out for yourself, you stupid cow, and see if you still think this problem is my fault. Perhaps next time you visit such a huge franchise, you might keep in mind that the worker bees have fuck all to do with control and decisions, and are largely at the mercy of 4-hour contracts in the hands of uncaring bigwigs they have never met, who will happily delete them for a lack of upselling. Perhaps you may consider that the price of stock and their profit hunger does not budge an inch dependent on the amount you have just bought. It's not as if you gave us extra money for what you bought. You just bought a lot because you're a bunch of fat, unorganised people who want what they want when they want it, and nothing else will do. Oh, and when you argue with someone on minimum wage about the price of extra cheese, when you've just spent that much on popcorn, you will not win. You are not welcome here.
I wonder if you know how much you upset me. Every time that you leave, I hope you might forget me. Your presence always makes me wince. I've made every effort to convince you two to me. This visit your last. I'm tired of living in the past. Your range of defects is vast. My eyes fill with tears when I sit down to confront you. I feel twitchy and uncomfortable. Nothing left but to be blunt you. Have to find another unbalanced and vulnerable cunt to seize possession of and with hostility dictate to. Don't make a scene. I've already bought the cream. It's over.
I have a MA in bragging about my achievements. I have a PhD in disguising my inferiority complex, my very real and deep-rooted fear of being overlooked with mock modesty. I graduated from bringing up all points of success at any given opportunity, irrespective of relevance, first in my class. The reason you've never heard of me, despite my apparent accomplishments, is because I value my privacy. Oh, did I mention I'm a member of Mensa?
Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
Once real worry soaks into your skin,
there's
a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
And I'll serve you up a glass of this.
Once real worry soaks into your skin,
I'll serve you up a glass of
there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet. Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at
One of
your
them
feet.
numbers by the Beatles comes on the jukebox.
Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your
I'm too
feet.
busy talking about how big.
Once real worry soaks into your skin,
After
there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet. Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
Knock some crap over on the way.
Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet. Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
They can't
Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
6 hours.
Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet. Once real worry soaks into your skin, there's a temporary solution to the barking shitstorm a day can chuck at your feet.
Ro, we need to edit this bit like quite a lot, not to get done for plagiarism, and like change the other bit as well about the light bulb, because we need to make this our own, guys. We have to reinvent the instructions on how to wipe your bum.
Right.
So just improvise or something.
Okay.
Right, so what I suggest basically you go
Welcome to this informational video about how to wipe your own arse. First of all, I recommend undoing your trousers and pulling them down.
Front to back, ladies.
Performing feces into your own trousers may be considered unhealthy, especially in public context. First, I would pull them down and defecate into the toilet bowl, and then wrap the toilet paper all the way around your hand, thus looking at us case
then
anyone has
you
written
can
you a
tell
short
what you need
message
to
home,
do.
or maybe even a
So
lyric.
what I
for me,
tend
you
to
want
do
to
is
take
after
And then
I
proceed
do
to
it,
wipe.
then roll
Wiping
pieces
is always good,
of
especially if you do it at a rhythmic pace, usually the same as
And
Rolling
then
Stones
fold
or
them into
Beatles song.
2 or 3 layers.
And then as you place it into the toilet, please don't forget to give it a wave goodbye. Eventually, one day, it may become a pencil for Oxfam.
You stick a little finger up your bum, but I'm just not down with that. I think that's a bit weird. And so yeah, that's it basically. And then you're done and you flush your toilet.
Nice.